Hey salam, I hope you guys are well. Halal Chef is back with another video, and this time I'm making delicious chicken pasta bake. This chicken pasta bake is creamy, cheesy, and will make a perfect family dinner. Trust me, you're really gonna enjoy it. Without further ado, let's get started. Halal Chef presents. First, we're gonna prep our chicken pasta sauce. Here I'm using a red onion. You want to finely chop it. And how can we forget the garlic, especially if you're using chicken? Finely chop it so it will just melt away in the sauce. We're also going to use some of the fresh basil. To add a bit more flavor, I'm using here some of the sun-dried tomato as well. Again, you want to finely chop this. This chicken pasta recipe is one of my favorites. I really hope you guys will enjoy this. For the chicken, I'm using breast. You want to cut it into small bite-sized pieces. You could also use chicken thigh for this, but I prefer breast for this recipe. For the spices, I'm using a paprika. To add a bit of heat, I'm using red chili flakes. Some of this Cajun seasoning, cumin to add a bit more earthy flavor, cayenne pepper, freshly cracked black pepper. For the herbs, I'm using oregano, thyme. Both of these will add tremendous flavor and aroma. And finally, in with the salt. Now, good mix to that and combine everything. Alright, let's scrub everything. We're also going to be using some of this tomato puree. Also this tomato passata, sugar, fresh bechamel. I've already got a recipe for this on the channel. I will leave the link in the description below. And finally, we're going to use some of the cheese. I've got here some of the red Leicester and cheddar, and also some of the mozzarella cheese. Alright, let's get cooking. I'm really excited for this one. Turn up the heat to on medium with a good touch of oil. I'm using a stainless steel pan. You could use any pan that you like. Now when the pan is nice and hot, we're going to go in with our chicken. If you got a large amount of chicken, then you need to cook in 2 batches. A good touch of salt. You want to cook and brown this chicken until it's completely done. This should take you a couple of minutes. Make sure to keep mixing it so we get an even color from all sides. Now season with a bit of the seasoning that we made. And again, a good mix to that. Just a few more seconds and then we're going to remove the chicken. And now just carry on cooking the next batch of your chicken. Now in the same pan we can throw in our onions, add a touch of oil if needed. You want to saute the onions, should take you a few minutes. You can always deglaze with a touch of water if needed. It smells really good in the kitchen, you know. I really can't wait to try this chicken pasta bake. It's gonna be so irresistible. Now go in with our garlic and sun-dried tomato. Again, a really good mix with that. You want to cook the rawness of the garlic and lightly brown it. And now we're gonna deglaze with some of this black vinegar. It has a nice fruity flavor. You can also use a touch of water if needed. Now go in with our tomato paste, and I'm going to use a touch of water. A really good mix with that. And again, you want to cook the rawness of that paste. Always control the heat, don't let anything burn. Oh, everything is beautifully coming together. That's exactly what we're looking for. Now go in with our fresh basil and our amazing tomato passata. And also some of the water. We're gonna balance the acidity of the tomato with some of the sugar. Now you want to give this a really good mix and let this cook for around 15 to 20 minutes so we can reduce the acidity even more. And like I always say, it's best to leave it covered. Reduce the heat to around low medium. Alright, let's check this now. Bismillah. So the sauce has been beautifully reduced. That's exactly what we're looking for. Now just get rid of that basil. Careful, it's hot. It's hot. But I'm still gonna do it. Add in a few knobs of butter and our spices. Another minute or so, we're gonna cook the rawness of those spices and throw in your chicken along with the juices. Look at that, a really good mix to that again. Let this cook for a minute and then turn off the heat. I'm just gonna move it to a different heat. And now is the perfect time to boil our pasta. Now for the pasta, I'm using a fusilli or fusilli in Italian. In my opinion, this pasta shape works best in holding the sauce. You could also use penne or any other similar pasta. In boiling water, add a good touch of salt. And now with the pasta. You want to let this cook until al dente, meaning it still has a bite to it. Now you want to grab yourself a large pan. Do not turn on the heat. Add in all of your chicken into that. Smells really good. Now add in some of the bechamel. You could also use double cream instead. This bechamel has been mixed with some of the cheese. Let's mix up everything. You want to do this before you add in your pasta. Otherwise your pasta will break. A bit more of the sauce. At this point in time you can have a little taste of the sauce. Now in with your cooked pasta. Some freshly cracked black pepper. And now really good mix with that. Instead of using spoon, try to mix it this way. We're not trying to break the pasta. Have a little taste of the pasta and adjust anything if you need to. That looks so irresistible, you know. I really can't wait to try this. So creamy. It's just amazing. Alright, let's assemble this. First grab your oven dish and you want to add a layer of pasta into that. Make sure to distribute it evenly. Also make sure the chicken is all around the pasta. I'm gonna throw in some more of the bechamel onto that. Now you want to add a layer of cheese onto that. And a final layer of pasta. Again, just make sure everything is nice and even. And now we can add a final layer of cheese onto that. And finally you can throw in some of the panko breadcrumbs which has been mixed with some of the oil. You know, it will add a bit of crisp into our dish. And finally season it with a light touch of salt and pepper. Now you want to cover with the foil paper and let this cook in a preheated oven at 220 Celsius for around 20 minutes. And then uncover and broil for around 10 to 15 minutes until nice and golden brown. I'm gonna serve our chicken pasta bake with some of this bread and some of the leftover sauce. Some of the mozzarella cheese. Now these goes in a preheated oven for 3 to 4 minutes until the cheese is completely melted. Our chicken pasta bake is ready now. It looks so mouth-watering, trust me. Our amazing chicken pasta bake done. Alright guys, I'm gonna try this. It looks amazing. First I'm gonna try some of the bread with the cheese. Bismillah. Wow, the sauce is just on another level, you know, it is so delicious. Alright, let's try our delicious chicken pasta bake. Just gonna grab some of the pasta along with the chicken. Bismillah. Wow. Oh my god, this is just so mouth-watering, you know. Cooked to perfection, has a bit of kick to it, and the sauce just makes everything so perfect. A little bit of the crisp from the panko breadcrumbs. It is just so good, you know. Like I said before, this will make an amazing family dinner. I really hope you guys enjoyed this chicken pasta bake recipe. Please do me a favor and get this video to 5,000 likes. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, make sure you like, and shall see you next time. Until then, salam. Make for your mom, make for your dad, make for your family. Enjoy.